Hi guys, welcome to episode 3 hiking in Prince George. We are at Gunn Park today, which is the park that just looks over the Fraser River. It's a little bit risky at points, so if you come, make sure you come with an adult, and if you have dogs, make sure you put them on a leash when you're near the edge, because it's kind of high up on the cut banks. So join us on this hiking adventure.
It's springtime, so that means the buds are coming out and the leaves are emerging from the trees. Here at Gunn Park, you get a great view of the bridge, the train bridge, the pulp and paper mill. So we brought our backpack for the day. We have some water, and we also have one of the most important things this time of year is a bear spray. You can see it right here. So if we run into a bear that's really aggressive that might have its cubs or something, we can easily grab this bear spray and be prepared if we need to give it a shot of bear spray to deter it from coming any closer. So when you come to Gunn Park, you also want to make sure you have proper footwear. But not only proper footwear, you want to make sure you tie your laces well, because there's some spots that get a little bit sketchy. So here you can see I have just running shoes. Hiking shoes would be best, but if you have a good pair of running shoes, those will work. You want to make sure that you've got the laces tied up really well. And you could even tuck your laces in, but this is what I'm wearing today because it's warmer. So definitely make sure you have a decent pair of shoes and tie your laces up nice and tight.
Okay, so one of the most beautiful things about this park is that it overlooks the Fraser River. You can also get a good view of Prince George. So if you come here later in the night, it's a really good spot to watch the sunset, or it's also nice into the night because the city's lit up. Okay, so the other park you can see that's across from the river is Slately State Park. If you ever get a chance to check that out, I recommend it. It's beautiful along the water. And then just another thing before we get hiking is we want to talk about the safety here, because we are up on kind of an edge of a cliff here. So if you have dogs, like I said, try not to let them go close to the edge because we don't want them falling down. There's also a train track down below, so you definitely don't want to be falling over the edge. So you need to make sure you're on the trail and not venturing off towards the edge to get a picture or anything, because we don't want you to get hurt.
So at Gunn Park, there's also lots of really safe spots that you can go have a nice look over the Fraser River.
If you look closely on this log, you can see that there's a whole bunch of little squiggly lines, and those lines are actually caused by bugs that were under the bark. So they actually create kind of a neat texture. So if you see any logs laying around, try and see if you can find any of these squiggly lines. So if you think back to episode 1 when we found the birch tree in Forest for the World, we talked about birch bark and how it's like paper. So there's lots of birch trees at Gunn Park, and we actually just found one, a big piece right now. We didn't rip it off a tree. So if you come here, try and look for some because it's really neat. It's kind of like paper. You can make crafts out of it or even write messages on them. So check out the birch trees. Okay, so once you've been hiking for about 15 to 20 minutes, there's a very steep hill. The trail does continue, but it's a bit tiring to get up. So just prepare yourself if you decide to come to Gunn Park. Okay, so as we were hiking, we came across this really neat shelter that someone made. We're not going to go in it because the sign says active following, do not enter, so we don't want to go inside it, but somebody's taken a lot of time to build this really neat shelter. So if you come, maybe check it out. Don't go inside it though.